Hello all. So back in the 60s, 70s, and the beginning of the 80s, the environmental movement used something called the boycott to get things done, such as save the tuna, stop the single hull oil tankers up in Alaska. They got them switched over to double hull because of the big oil spill up there. And many oil platforms were stopped off the California, Oregon, and Washington beaches via boycott of who you got your gas from. But once again, then after the mid-80s or so, people stopped boycotting. There were so many boycotts, we overdid it. And then there was nothing. So nobody boycotted anything. Mid-80s on through to about 2000, saw almost no environmental push through at all. But nowadays, it's time for the boycott once again. So once again, we're calling for a boycott. And this is here in the US, but it could be done worldwide. Boycott Toyota is at the top of a donor list to the Republican Party. In other words, the very top donor to the Republicans was Toyota Car Company. They make pickup trucks and cars. So why is that? They donated over $55,000 since January 6th, the U.S. Capitol Insurrection Day. So they are for the insurrection. They gave the party that got into this conspiracy nonsense and the BS about the election being frauded. Oh dear. So that's 3 times the amount, even from the next donor down. The next biggest donor donated $17,500. That was the Koch brothers industry. Of course, they would. The next one was Cigna Healthcare Insurance Company. So if you're with Cigna, you know to go to a different health insurance company. The next one was Ronald American Tobacco that donated $10,000 to the Republican Party. You know, we don't have to keep putting up with this nonsense from the Republicans. They're going to turn our planet into just shit. They really are. We need to get up and do something. Get these people in Congress to do something. Get on their... Well, anyway. So the last one, the last donor was AT&T, $5,000 to the Republican Party. Why are we, as anybody with AT&T, if they're going to donate to the Republicans? Come on, people. You either got to do something or you don't. It's like line 3 of the oil tar sands pipeline from Canada into the U.S. That's the next big one we have to fight against. And you can't just say you're going to do something and not do it. We have to actually start these boycotts up again. Toyota, AT&T, got to do it. Stop these guys cold before they end up ruining our planet. And then they'll say, well, we just had to make money, and besides it was it's the Democrats' fault anyway, regardless. It's always their fault, huh? Making sure that we follow through on these boycotts that are coming up. There's not a whole lot of fight back against criminal environmental doings. So the only thing we can do is go for the money, and boycotting really cuts to the money if you can get the boycott out there. And it'd be so easy to boycott Toyota. You just don't buy a new Toyota car. If you must have a Toyota, get a used one. The money isn't going towards them. So that's a way around of getting a brand new Toyota car. Nissan, you could go with them. They don't seem to have any donations to the Republicans at this time. So what's your thoughts on that? You guys have any ideas on what to boycott and when and how? Let's not go overboard, but the big ones need to be done. We need to bring back Toyota boycott. I appreciate all the ups, downs, the new subscribers, and definitely your comments are always appreciated. And until next time.